You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Well, guys, this past season for Tom Brady, the GOAT, was a very, very trying season. Roughly around a year ago, he actually decided to retire from the NFL, only to come back less than a month later. And then the wheels started actually falling off in his personal life with now his ex-wife, Giselle. He actually took time off in the middle of training camp. A lot of speculation on that. I do believe he was actually with Giselle trying to save his marriage, but we come to find out that no, it did not work out and they got divorced. This past season for Tom Brady was his worst season of his NFL career. He finished with a losing record at 8-9, and his personal stats were not up to par. He didn't make the Pro Bowl. He didn't win a playoff game. He actually lost to a team in the playoffs that he was undefeated against. Now, also, when it came to the last regular season game, they played the Atlanta Falcons. Tom Brady was also undefeated against them, and they lost that game. Now, granted, the Buccaneers weren't really trying to win that game. It was irrelevant. Tom Brady only played a few series. He actually looked pretty good. But the Buccaneers ended up losing that game, and of course, the loss is going to go on Tom Brady's record. Now, the big question is, will he come back? I said it when he actually retired and he actually came back. I actually said, you know what? I believe he's going to retire after this season. Now that the season is actually finished and he's divorced now, he doesn't have to worry about Giselle's input on this. I believe he's actually going to come back. The way he actually left the field, when he left the field, it was kind of like, all right, I'll see you guys next week or whatever. Now, I do not believe that he will be coming back to Tampa Bay. I believe it's probably going to be the Raiders or something like that. Let's talk about the 49ers, but I don't think it's going to be the 49ers. Not the way that Brock Purdy is actually looked. He's a much younger quarterback at 24 years old, and he's looked pretty good. I don't think they would actually rock the boat for that. Well, Tom Brady has his podcast, Let's Go. And one thing you should not be asking Tom Brady right now, it seems, is about his NFL future. Because Jim Gray actually asked him about it, and he dropped a lot of F-bombs. Check this out, guys. Tom Brady drops agitated F-bombs when asked about retirement, admits he tried to trip Cowboys safety Malik Hooker. And, of course, he got fined for that. We're not going to be focusing on the trip right there, but he did admit it. And he got fined, I believe, $16,000, if I'm not mistaken. Let's listen to about 30 seconds here of the podcast here. And you can see this tweet. You think Tom Brady is getting annoyed by people asking about him retiring or not? So let's go ahead and play this, guys. Let's roll it.
Tom, you're leaving everybody guessing. You said you'll take your time. Do you have any type of a timetable as to what you might want to do regarding your football career?
Jim, if I knew what I was going to fucking do, I'd have already done it. Okay? I'm taking it a day at a time.
I sense you're antagonized by the question.
You're scratching.
It's only the question
scratchy.
that everybody wants to hear.
You're scratchy. I appreciate your asking. Thank you.
Okay, so I actually did go out and try to actually look for the clip because there's a lot of articles out there about what he said, but I wanted to actually hear the way he actually said it. And he was clearly agitated with the question. You know, it wasn't even in a joking manner. I guess at the end there, you know, he kind of tried to make it seem a little bit more lighthearted, but he was definitely frustrated. And that pretty much sums up the season for Tom Brady. It was a frustrating season. There's also another clip out there of Tom Brady when he actually played the 49ers kind of like a homecoming, trying to motivate his team. And it's pretty sad. His team was just lifeless. He wasn't, but man, that probably sums up the whole season right there. And I truly don't believe he's going to be back in Tampa Bay. He's not. Would Jerry Jones actually want him for a year in Dallas? Man, I can tell you this, man. If Tom Brady was on the Cowboys, they don't lose that game last week. They do not lose it. But we know that's not going to happen right there. Dak is still going to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, unfortunately. But anyway, this is about Tom Brady right here. Where do you guys actually think Tom Brady will go if he does actually play? I don't foresee him actually upending the Super Bowl or the conference championships. I believe we're going to find out something probably a week after the Super Bowl. We will have to see. Will he actually want to go to like a Miami, somewhere like that? The AFC is definitely stacked with quarterbacks, Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. I mean, Justin Herbert. I mean, it is stacked over there in the AFC. Maybe he wants to stay in the NFC, which is pretty weak right now. I mean, Brock Purdy, rookie quarterback. You have Jalen Hurts in Philly. Nobody thinks he's a great quarterback, even though he had a great season for him. Geno Smith, who had a career year for him. When it comes to the NFC, man, it's pretty weak with quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers is another X factor there too. I think Rodgers is actually going to end up retiring. The NFC is just pretty weak. We already know how Dak is. You can't trust Dak in the playoffs. So if he does come back, it may actually be in the NFC because it's actually really, really weak. But I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you guys for certain. But right now, Tom Brady definitely frustrated. And I definitely do believe he needs to take time and think this through, even though I believe that he's probably going to end up coming back. Maybe he already knows it and he's just annoyed with it, but he doesn't want to announce anything. Maybe he just doesn't want to upstage the playoffs. You know, I'm not really sure. But he's 45 years old. He said that he wanted to play to 45. He's at 45, going on 46 in August. And 10 years ago, when he actually said he wanted to play this long, everybody laughed at him. And now he's talking about playing to age 46. And if he does play at 46 and he's in the right situation and he returns to an elite level, will he want to play at 47? Will it actually get to the point to where they're going to actually have to wheel him off the field? Remember, he already made a joke about playing to 50. Now, I don't believe he's going to play to 50. I mean, if he actually plays next season, it may end up being his last year. Maybe 47. I don't see him going any longer than that. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.